Folks, we just received a secret transmission from a high-level CIA operative, I can't reveal my sources, that there have been sightings of an alien spacecraft in Louisiana. That's right. And I'll tell you who's behind it. It's George Soros and the globalists! I've read the white papers, people! They want to enslave humanity and cannibalize your children! But you can join the resistance and buy super male vitality! Do it now before it's too late!
Cut. That's a wrap, Alex.
Oh, thank God. Will somebody please pour me a fucking shot? Listen, Owen Schroyer, I need you to go on a mission for me. I want you to go to Louisiana and get to the bottom of this spaceship thing. And remember, Owen Schroyer, that you are my number one guy.
Yes, sir. Hello? Do you guys have any Mountain Dew in here? Hello? Hello?
Scotty and his legendary, oh, that's the wrong one. His legendary love of Mountain Dew, dude.
Yeah, Scotty does love that Mountain Dew. Everybody knows Scotty loves that Mountain Dew.
I mean, it's just
can't
crazy
get enough
how
of
much
that
he loves
Mountain
it, you know?
Dew.
Why do
He
you love
loves it.
Mountain Dew so much, Scotty?
The smell of the dew is luring him into the bowels of that spaceship.
Yeah, he just is wafting through the air. You guys got any Mountain Dew
You're
in
so.
here?
I guess in this fucking version of me, I'm so crazy about Mountain Dew. I'm willing to enter the engineer's ship just to search for
Dude,
it.
you're going to get face huggered, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get face huggered.
And there's
so
nothing
bad.
we can do for you once you're face huggered. We got to let it plant its egg or it'll kill you.
Yeah, dude. And then the fucking xenomorph that pops out of my chest is gonna kill you.
Yeah, it's
guys.
going to be a Scotty hybrid, too. So it's going to be like the angriest xenomorph that ever existed, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be good.
We're fucked. We're all fucked. All because you can't fucking
I mean,
resist
you don't
the
know
dew.
there's xenomorphs in there.
I'm
dude.
sorry,
You get all
guys.
kinds
Fuck,
of crazy
dude.
Dude, there's xenomorphs in there, dude. It's the engineer ship.
Yeah, but you know what? He's throwing curveballs at us, dude. Because I didn't think this one was going to open with Alex Jones. So
Oh, you didn't? I saw that coming a mile away.
We don't know what he's going to do.
Dude,
Oh,
I'm
you
3
didn't?
scripts ahead of this dude already. I know what he's up
So
to.
you already know where he's going.
I don't want to ruin it for everybody, but I know the whole plot.
You know the whole plot, huh?
Yep. I'm the hero, by the way.
All right.
I saved humanity.
I hope you die in the next one.
No, I saved humanity.
You do. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, man, that seems so antithetical to your value system, but okay. You know, everyone else is so accurate.
An
Like
unlikely hero.
Scotty's love for Mountain Dew is, you know, so
I
clearly
can't
on
wait for the
display.
xenomorph to pop out of my chest, dude.
It's going to be pretty
Maybe
sweet.
it'll pop out of your chest with a Mountain Dew, and it'll hand it to you.
That'd be pretty
That'd
sweet.
be a pretty nice xenomorph, dude. He'd be like, sorry I killed you, but here's a Mountain Dew at least.
Here's some Mountain Dew with your dying fucking breath.
It better be Mountain Dew Code Red, though.
Code Red.
I like it.
Code fucking Red. So you got to do the usual shilling bullshit. So
We do.
yeah, you know, first of all, Patreon. Nah, I'm not going to bring it up, but you guys know where it is.
Patreon.
Yeah,
It's down
go-
there in the description.
Go to the Patreon.
Look, I'm going to tell you guys, me and Paul sat down last night, and we...
and had gay butt sex.
Well, yeah, but after that,
after
we
that.
watched the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Yeah.
you should have just gone
we
back to
we
the
tried
gay
to
butt
watch
sex.
that on Cinema for Cynics a while back, and YouTube wouldn't allow it. So we finally conquered the Garbage Pail Kids movie for the patrons.
I don't know if we conquered it. I think it was the other way
No,
around.
we conquered
but-
it. We conquered it, TJ.
Okay.
We survived. We're here today.
Yeah, we did
You know
survive
what, Paul?
it. You can give it. Gotta
you
give us
stared
that.
into the abyss, but the abyss stared back into you.
Yes, it
So
did.
yeah, if you guys want to check out our review of the Garbage Pail Kids, or not review, but our commentary, that is now available for patrons. If you're not a patron, just become one, and then you can watch it.
Cool.
That's available down below. Of course, all kinds of other Patreon perks as well. And of course, got to mention that the three of us are going to be in Los Angeles on July
Los
21st
Angeles.
doing our first ever DFF live show and meetup. And we want it to be an epic success. Last time I came on here, I told you guys there was 14 VIP tickets left. I just want to let you know it's down to 11 now. So,
Damn. So VIP tickets are going fast.
Yeah, they're going pretty quickly. So I think if you want to be part of the VIPs that get in early and get to hang out with us before the show even starts, then you get
a little
VIP
bit of extra
tickets.
swag.
Now, a while back, we had something of a bet going on about squashing melons, and it's time to see how that all turned
Let's see
out.
how this all...
Go smash it with a little tiny baseball bat, which is apparently what teachers are being given at the Mill Creek School District to thwart shooters.
Creek School District is arming its 500 teachers with baseball bats.
That's not a baseball bat. I don't even think you can fucking ward off a goddamn unarmed attacker with that piece of shit. I don't think you could do it.
Oh,
dude.
you could.
That is not. That's not a weapon.
Shooting.
You could club somebody over the head with that fucking thing. I'm telling you. Go
okay,
get one. Go
you know
get one,
what?
and I'll bust you over the head as hard as I can with it. And you tell me it's not a weapon.
You could not
But
kill someone
I mean,
with it.
you could.
You could go get one, dude.
You
I'll
must
bust a watermelon open with it.
Dude, you could kill someone with that, TJ.
I'll get a little tiny ass baseball bat, and I'll get a fucking cantaloupe or something.
Yep.
If you can break that
He
cantaloupe,
can't. He could.
Oh, I would.
you can
Look
bust
at that bat. You can't bust your head with it.
Dude, that would fucking hurt like a motherfucker, TJ. I guarantee you would hurt.
Do it.
TJ, you're gonna lose this bet, dude. I'm telling you.
How am I gonna lose this bet?
This is a terrible hill to die on, but okay.
Oh,
There's
we're
no
ordering it.
fucking
You're gonna
way.
I'll
There's
bust
no
a
fucking
cantaloupe.
way. Well, no, TJ, the impossible is gonna be made into a fucking reality before your very eyes, dude.
Look at this fucking thing. It's the width of 2 fingers. It's not even the width of 2 fingers.
It's like 3 fingers, dude.
Look at him. It's right there up against his fingers at its
TJ, you
thickest
honestly
point.
don't think you could break a cantaloupe with that?
No.
I don't know, dude. I think you're wrong.
I don't think that.
I know he's wrong.
I don't think Arnold Schwarzenegger could bust open a cantaloupe with that thing. with
Oh,
that fucking
TJ,
little
you know
bat.
what? Let's up the ante. $100, dude. You so confident?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident.
$100 then, dude. You take my bet?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to make that fucking money, dude.
Today is a day of days. Day in which this man, TJ Kirk, will lose $100 on a foolish and foolhardy bet. Any last words, TJ, before I smash the melon and prove you wrong?
Can't even do it, dude.
Alright, get in position.
Hold on, I think Paul's coming.
Oh, Paul's coming. Oh, dude, I'm fucking...
Anything to say, Paul?
I mean, I already know what's gonna happen, so
let's just do it. Alright,
yeah.
One last chance for what?
To back out, TJ. Alright, you ready, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god!
Take my fucking money, bitch!
That looks like a
Take my
marshmallow.
fucking money, TJ! What, TJ?
You know what?
What, TJ?
You went to the store, you got the softest, pussiest...
You want him to do it again?
What,
We
TJ?
got another melon.
Okay, let's do it again, TJ.
Let me feel this one, man.
Feel this, Paul.
Let me see this.
You know what? A human head, too, is not on a hard surface between the two things, you know? So I don't know about this. I don't know if this really counts.
What do you want us to do? Build a body out of melons?
I think that'd be
or-
more fair, you know, to put it on some
You know what?
kind
I
of
ain't even gonna.
swivelly
Here, if you want to
neck
do
thing.
another one, Scotty, you go ahead.
you go.
But that's just pathetic.
Here you
I
go,
mean, that was
TJ.
just not even in that, like, not even close. It took
Right,
like
TJ.
4 hits, and it was nothing
Let
but mush.
TJ do it, dude.
Actually, look at this. 1, 2.
Ooh, that's a tough one. But like every other skull, it's cracked.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this counts. Just saying, you know, I don't think it counts, dude. I don't think it counts, man.
Oh, I don't think it counts!
I'll pay you, but under protest.
Oh, you'll pay me, TJ?
I don't think this proves anything.
it doesn't
A
prove I'm
human
right.
skull is tougher than a cantaloupe, and you struggled against that one for a minute.
I hit it.
Yeah.
It looked like he struggled for about 3 seconds against that one before it was a pile of nothing.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Paul.
Oh, man,
I don't know
TJ.
about that, dude.
Looks like I win,
You were
bitch.
just here. You witnessed it.
You
I
don't
don't
know
really
about
know
it?
what I
You
saw,
lose,
Paul.
dude.
I don't know about that.
You fucking lose, TJ. What was that all this shit you talked, dude?
What?
I was just gonna go. We're gonna put this right on the fucking channel, dude.
Go
We're
ahead.
so full of shit, TJ. And we just fucking 2 melons down. You know, let the people
5 seconds apiece.
let
dude.
the people judge for themselves what really
Maybe the
happened.
other
here.
one was 7 seconds. I'll give you that. So you,
You
give
know,
me 30
I
seconds.
give the people credit. I think they're gonna see through this
Oh,
charade.
you give the people credit, dude. Now you're trying to just placate the audience and go, you guys are smart. The audience agreed with me and Paul, TJ. They didn't agree with you.
No, there was a huge contingent of people
There was
who
not
saw
a huge,
through your bullshit.
There was 3 fucking TJ sycophants that saw through the bullshit. They wanted to back your ass because they're trolls, and they knew.
You know,
like,
I don't think this is a fair test. But,
you
know,
agreed to the conditions of the test. So it doesn't matter if you think it's fair or not.
I don't think I agree.
You're
to
just,
this.
just,
dude,
no,
we gotta go back and.
It's not
I don't think I
fair.
agree to those
You agreed to the melon. I had put in your
Pretty sure I
hand
didn't.
both
Pretty sure I
times.
What?
Both times you agreed to it, dude.
Dude,
Both
we
times you
got to
agreed
go
to
back
it.
and cut in some of TJ going like, there ain't no fucking way that bat is gonna bust a goddamn melon. Ain't no fucking way. I don't.
There's
We're
no
ordering it.
fucking
You're gonna-
way.
I'll
There's
bust
no
a
fucking
cantaloupe.
way. Well, no, TJ, the impossible is going to be made into a fucking reality before your very eyes, dude.
Care,
All
man.
I needed was this.
Look at it.
Oh, look at that.
Only just a bat.
Oh.
Covered in brain matter.
This can't do anything, though, right, TJ? You could hit someone in the head with this and wouldn't do nothing.
That was a slaughter.
It's over, TJ. That's it. That's
Yeah,
all. What else do we need? I mean, I fucking won. You lost. That's all there is to it.
I don't think so, Scott.
You don't think so? Well,
I don't think so.
Look, here's the proof, TJ.
I mean, you know, that could be interpreted in many ways, Scott.
Where the rubber meets the road, TJ.
That could be
Where the rubber
interpreted
meets the
in-
road.
There's
you
many
lost.
different interpretations
Yeah, there's
of what people
yeah,
are
there's
looking at
many,
there.
but there's only right one. I won.
You know, I just think this whole thing's been a giant boondoggle. Scotty obviously
Stop,
tampered with the
filming
melons.
This bullshit. Stop filming this shit. This is
You know,
over. You lost.
There's lots of
Nope,
problems.
you lost.
I love how TJ's excuse is that
Wow,
it was
what
a
what
it was a
dis-
boondoggle.
Excuse me, guys. Wait a minute.
You
here.
fucking lose.
Oh
Wait a
my
minute.
God, that
Wait
was
a minute.
sweet.
Wait a minute.
That was sweet.
That was not what happened. This is a deceptively edited video.
What are you talking about? Deceptively edited.
I mean,
was-
that was very deceptively edited because Scotty, when I was there, and I remember Scotty hitting that melon 542 times before.
Dude, it
even-
was a one single edit from when he started hitting it to when it was mush.
I mean,
TJ.
I know it looks like that. Obviously, there was a very clever editor involved here.
This
So
was
it
a
makes it look like one
boondoggle.
continuous shot,
I
but
love TJ's
in
excuses.
actual fact, I mean, that's not how,
How
it
many
all went down.
excuses
How is it
have
a-
you come up with?
How is it a
That's how I
boondoggle?
lost.
Now, when it had how like explain to me how that was a boondoggle, TJ.
There was obviously a lot of tampering. I mean, that bat clearly, first of all, that bat is clearly larger than the one the school administration.
No, it is not.
It's
Yeah,
the
it is.
same
I mean,
size.
It's much thicker. You could see that. I think everyone can
much
tell it's
thicker?
a
It looks
comparison,
exactly
you know.
the same.
Wow.
And the video was edited to make it seem like the melons broke much faster than they actually did.
TJ graceful in
TJ,
defeat as
it
always.
was
You
one
know, I think
continuous
there's a lot of
shot,
problems with this video. I
and
mean,
you
like, look,
said-
I understand you
and
guys
you
wanted to
said-
win this bet really bad.
and you
so,
said-
you want to have
and you
one
said,
up
I'm
on
paying-
TJ. So it's like,
and
oh,
you
let's
said
just,
I'm paying under
you know,
protest.
anything. I guess anything to
And
make
you
yourselves
said I'm
look
paying
good.
under
you know?
protest because you know TJ in your heart of hearts and you're
What?
fucking in the deepest, darkest recesses of your fucking black little soul that we won and you lost.
I don't believe so.
And
Scott.
yeah, and there's a bunch
I don't believe
of
so.
And you know what? You do believe it, TJ.
No, I don't think I
Then
do.
why'd you pay?
You know what? Just to, you know, because I knew that you needed something in your life. You
Oh,
wanted to
you
feel
know-
like
you
you
knew that.
won. You feel like finally
Just
I
like
have
how I
something
know
up on
that you need
TJ.
in your life, TJ.
You know.
you need a bunch of bullshit bravado because you were wrong about this, and now you have to
I
make
mean,
a million
I-
excuses.
I'm willing.
No, it's clear that you're
I'm
wrong.
willing to pretend as if I'm
You're-
wrong.
You're,
I'm
oh, you're willing to
as if I'm wrong.
pretend. Well, you know what? No one needs to pretend that you're wrong, TJ, because you were proven wrong on video.
I don't believe so, Scotty. I
That
think
if
that-
you have a,
look, the video speaks
Let's
for
test
itself.
the veracity
people
of
can
your
decide.
claim,
People
TJ.
can decide, Scotty, and I think the people
produce some evidence, TJ. That
I think
the
the
video was
people will
altered.
side with me.
Produce.
Scotty.
Okay, well, you think people will side with you? You're making
Yeah.
a bunch of allegations, TJ. You're making a bunch of predictions about what other people might do.
I just think I think
And
people are going to
you're-
see
you have
through
totally
this
dismissed
deceptive
anything of
editing,
substance
This
to make this goddamn
terrible bat.
conjecturous
You know, it's like, you know,
argument that doesn't go anywhere. TJ.
I just feel like, you know, I mean, look, there's a lot of deception going on.
This
here,
is
and
all.
I think people see
This is
through that.
you're
I think
basically
people, I
made
think
a
people are smart enough to see
semantical
through what you
argument.
guys have done.
Some
here.
people
That's all
may
I'm
in
saying.
fact agree with my interpretation of events. That's all you've said so far.
Yeah, the people with eyeballs.
I don't know what you guys.
Yeah,
are
if you
talking
got
about.
any blind fans out there, they might question what happened here today. But anybody with eyeballs, you know, they're not
lost,
gonna.
TJ.
There's really nothing left to the imagination there,
Yeah,
other than chunks of melon
all right, you
and
know,
a broken
I mean, if you guys
spirit.
want to pretend that this video is on the level, that's fine. But you
You know what, TJ? All I want to say
I
is
think
this.
that all reasonable people can see that some fucking giant deceptive boondoggle has taken place.
Boondoggle.
Well, I'll just say in closing
It's a
that
boondoggle.
TJ is also the same guy that crashed his car because we trolled him about Gurgi.
That is true. That is
So,
also true.
I'll leave you with that, ladies and
It's
gentlemen.
not only true that bat can break a melon.
Even has nothing to do with anything. It's nothing to do with anything.
I think
dude.
it speaks to your character.
Well, I think you're wrong.
Okay.
So anyway, let's take a look at this shit. This is the first story of the day here.
UK heterosexual couple wins civil partnership discrimination case.
That's right. That's right, good sir.
My question is like, what? That guy must be pretty desperate if he got civil union to her.
Either that or she's got some technique. You know what I mean?
I don't know how much technique she could have. I mean,
You never know, man. You might just close your eyes and be in heaven with her.
You'd have to be.
You never
But
fucking
hey,
know.
they fucking won the right to do it.
Whatever. God bless them.
You in heaven now,
Or the state
boy.
bless them, I guess. They didn't want the God blessing.
They don't want it. Well, the reason wasn't because of God. It was because of patriarchy, you know?
Oh, of course.
A British heterosexual couple who objected to the patriarchal institution of marriage have won a legal claim for discrimination because civil partnerships are available only to same-sex couples. The UK Supreme Court ruled in favor of the couple, Charles Keaton, 41, and Rebecca Steinfeld, 37, who argued the law on civil partnerships was incompatible with the European Convention on Human Rights. Announcing the decision unanimously agreed by all 5 justices, Lord Kerr noted that the UK government did not attempt to justify the treatment for same-sex and heterosexual couples. To the contrary, it accepts that the difference cannot be justified, he said. So,
I mean, dude, we got to be honest here. The institution of marriage, at least historically, is pretty fucking patriarchal, right?
Sure. I mean, especially...
historically.
Yeah, I mean, historically.
In the modern age, it's pretty even, but it's typically been in human history a male-dominated enterprise.
Sure.
Involved in it's more like transfer of property from a woman's parents to the man. You know what I mean?
Essentially, yeah, that's all it was. I mean, if you go back so far as Roman families, the head of the male head of the family could kill other family members.
Cool.
Essentially,
there was dowries, right? Like they would give a dowry.
Oh yeah,
to the man that would marry the woman.
They should bring that back.
Well, it's like a burden. You know what I mean? It's like now you're taking on this responsibility.
Right.
Because women can't work, they can't make any money. I mean, at least legally they could. I'm sure there's plenty of women that have still made money. But.
Bunch of fucking law-breaking cunts. So, yeah, they just wanted a civil partnership instead of a marriage. I mean, I don't really know what the difference... I don't know if there's any sort of legal difference between the two or if it's just a name difference. But whatever.
I don't know what the laws in the UK are, so maybe there's some difference. Maybe there's no difference. There probably really essentially is no difference, if I had to guess, though.
Florida man! This is a kind of a hero Florida man, even though he's still doing his criminal ways.
Cool.
Florida man steals and crashes $61,000 boat belonging to dentist who shot Cecil the lion.
Sweet.
Yeah, too bad he didn't crash it into that dude's fucking face. Crush his head between the fucking pier and the...
Man, dude,
boat.
anything that's done to that dude's property is forgivable, in my opinion. I would immediately exonerate this man.
I wouldn't just exonerate him. I'd give him the keys to the city. A Marco Island, Florida resident stole and crashed a $61,000 boat belonging to Walter Palmer, the infamous dentist who shot and killed Cecil the lion last summer.
What a cunt.
According to Naples Daily News, Andrew Derwin, a neighbor who lives near Palmer's vacation home on Marco Island, is facing grand theft charges after he stole the boat keys from Palmer's porch and then crashed the vessel at Caxambas Park Marina.
I don't feel bad for fucking Walter Palmer. Not only is he an asshole for shooting a lion, I mean, it goes even further than that. He knows, because he has all kinds of insurance and shit on this boat, he's going to give him a nicer boat.
Oh, yeah.
So
he'll end up with an upgrade because of this.
He's
So
gonna get an
fuck him.
upgrade, so fuck him.
I hope
He's a piece
people.
of shit.
It says this guy's being held on $10,000 bond. I hope that the people of America
Put up $1,000,
will
bail him out.
do a GoFundMe to fucking raise this guy's bail.
We
money.
really ought to.
You know, I don't care that he's a criminal. I don't care that he wasn't intentionally fucking with an evil prick, but he did. So, you know what?
Dude, we should do a GoFundMe for this dude's legal proceedings. Let's get him bailed out, and let's get him a decent lawyer to defend him. Fuck this Cecil the Lion killing cunt.
I don't know if we'll talk about it later.
Dude, no, let's do it, TJ. Let's do it right now on this show.
I mean, okay. You know what? We'll see, Paul.
What do you mean we'll see?
I don't have time to create a GoFundMe mid-show.
You don't have time. Oh my God, TJ.
I'm running the fucking show, Paul. Running the fucking show.
Running this fucking show into the ground, TJ, with your
Run it
fucking
into the
shitty
ground.
handling of our audio issues and video issues and every other fucking issue.
Can't even
we
make a
have.
quick GoFundMe on the fly.
And now you can't make a GoFundMe.
You guys are pieces of shit. No wonder you had to lie about the
No,
Melon.
I'm not going to raise him any money, but hope he gets out.
Mears charged with using a machete to force a man to have sex with her.
She really wanted that dick, dude.
How come I don't see the R word in this?
Yeah.
Like, how come this isn't woman rapes man at machete point?
No, it was forced. It forces a man.
Yeah, when a woman does this to a man, she's just forcing sex on him. It's not rape.
I mean, if a man did this, I'm pretty sure the R word would be right there. In
Man
the
rapes
headline.
woman at machete point would be the headline.
Yeah, just making sure. Samantha Ray Mears has been charged with wielding a machete in order to force a man to have sex with her.
I mean, that's one way to do it.
Court documents allege that Mears entered the residence of an ex-boyfriend while he was not home. When the man returned, Mears reportedly confronted him with a machete, ordered him to get on the bed and remove his clothes. The man told police that he felt he could not leave the room without being hurt by Mears. Mears then removed her pants, climbed on top of the man, and engaged in intercourse, according to the court documents. The man told police that Mears continued holding on to the machete during intercourse.
Okay.
The two began arguing. The victim pretended to call an acquaintance, but actually dialed 911 and was able to slowly back out of the room and escape. She also reportedly bit the victim on the arm. The officers noted a bite mark on his arm. The victim was able to provide officers with a photo of Mears on the bed wielding the machete. Prosecutors requested that bond for Mears be set at $50,000. Mears, 19 years old, has been charged with 2 felonies, aggravated burglary and assault with a weapon. I'm noticing a charge missing from that.
Seems to be one missing.
Seems to be a charge that is conspicuous in its absence there. She has also been charged with the following misdemeanors: unlawful restraint, partner/family member assault, and 2 counts of criminal mischief. Oh, it's just mischief. Okay.
How about rape?
So, hey,
why is this
guys,
bitch not being charged with rape
here's
again?
the Merriam-Webster definition of rape: unlawful sexual activity and usually sexual intercourse carried out forcibly or under threat of injury against a person's will, or with a person who is beneath a certain age or incapable of valid consent because of mental illness, mental deficiency, intoxication, unconsciousness, or deception.
Wow, that
Why
seems to
is
cover
this
what
bitch
happened
not
here.
Wow, so
being
under
charged
threat of
with rape?
injury, he was forced to have sex with her. This is called rape.
What the fuck? Why is this not a rape? I mean, like,
Because women can't rape men.
I mean, she obviously they
Women,
obviously
no,
can.
they can't. They
Yes,
can't,
she
TJ.
okay.
Well, let me ask you a question, TJ.
Right.
If this guy was so scared for his life, how'd that dick get hard?
Oh, shit.
See, can't rape him. He was consensual, dude. If he didn't want it, his dick wouldn't have got hard. She couldn't have fucked him.
Yep.
All right.
Innocent.
Innocent bitch.
Not innocent of rape.
Innocent of rape, yeah.
Dave Dobbin Meyer. We have got to re-stigmatize homosexuality.
Got to re-stigmatize it. We've got to do it.
Gotta do it. It's gotta be done.
Here's him saying in video. You want to watch the video of it?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna check it out.
Male butt sex is not convenient.
Male butt sex, dude.
Male butt sex
It's
is
not
not
convenient?
convenient?
Oh, dude. I'm calling it, dude. This guy fucking loves to take it up the fucking ass,
Oh,
dude.
he takes it up the chute,
biggest
for sure.
fucking faggot
You know what?
you can imagine.
I watched one of these guys' videos on my last Abandon Hope, and I said the same thing. I mean, this
Look
dude,
at this guy.
Dude, this guy, on the last video of his I watched, he was just literally just sitting there, like, talk about, like he was just talking nonstop about, like, and the gays, they get together, and they're sticking their big, juicy dicks in each other's supple, tight buttholes.
Oh, dude, he's on a
and
hangout,
all
too.
this.
So he's hanging out with his gay buddies who are also in the closet.
Wow.
So at the end of this, they all fucking get naked and start shoving giant dildos up their asses, dude.
It's fruitless. Now, I've made
It's
this
not
commitment.
fruitless.
Yeah, it's fruity.
I don't know how long I'm going to
It's
stay up
fabulous.
and running because I'm doubling down. And I'll just tell you, some of you softy
Doubling down on the dick.
old Christians out there, holier than thou Christians. Let me tell you something.
Male butt
Okay,
sex
you're
is not
wearing
convenient.
You're wearing a fucking Christian hat. And
This fucking Chiron, dude. I can't deal with it.
male butt sex is not convenient.
How would he know?
He knows. You know how he knows.
Why is that an arguing point? Like, hey, guys, you know another reason not to have male butt sex? Why not? It's not convenient.
Well, yeah, there's like just a flaming gay dude out there like, you know what? He's right.
It's not convenient enough.
This is just inconvenient. I want some pussy. Bullshit, dude. Inconvenience.
It's gonna happen, dude.
We have got to re-stigmatize homosexuality. We have got, hang on, Vince. We have got to take the behavior and make the behavior front and center. Love isn't the issue. I love a lot of people I don't have sex with. I love a lot of people I don't have sex with. The homosexual men insert their penis in the rectum of another man.
Uh-huh.
Think about that.
Yep, that does.
Think about that.
I know you do.
I know you think about
Oh,
that
he
quite
does.
a bit.
He spends a lot of time laying on his back late at night in bed thinking about male butt sex, dude. I guarantee.
Oh God, dude, it's so evident. It's just so.
I bet he
obvious.
starts out like disgusted
Penis.
by it too. He's like, ugh, the way they put their dicks up each
Oh,
other's
it's
fucking
gross.
asses is so it's
Shit
so
comes
gross.
out of there.
Oh my god, the way they fucking fuck each other's poopers is so gross.
Faggots! Oh God.
That is what
lost
they
control
do.
again.
When you walk into Wendy's and you go to the bathroom before you get your hamburger, there's a sign that says all employees must wash their hands before returning to work. Why is that? Because it is dirty down there, right? So it's not Timmy and Billy.
Dude,
with a
pussy
guard.
is dirty too. I hate to tell you this, bud, but pussy's dirty
It's
too.
not, but it's not to do with just with like, yeah, you took a shit or you took a piss. It's just that there's a lot of germs and disease, and it's just trying to keep people safe and like not spreading foodborne illness.
Yeah, I mean,
Plus, last I checked, you could wash your dick anyway. So,
like, let me ask him this: if he goes to McDonald's and gets a quarter pounder, and the dude making his quarter pounder just finger banged a bitch, does he not care if that dude washes his hands before he makes his quarter pounder? Of course he does.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. Fuck, dude.
fuck, dude. That's what he wants to do.
That's not what it's about. It's about a diabolical, demonic activity that is eating our young children. And I'm going to be on the forefront
butt sex
of
is eating young children?
re-stigmatizing what it is that
How?
they do. And if you don't like it, go watch something else.
Okay,
All right,
we
I
will.
Goodbye.
Thanks.
Thanks for the permission.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch something else. Bye. See ya. North Korea making rapid upgrades to nuclear reactor despite summit pledges.
Can we all agree this is fake news?
Oh my god, dude. I love it when Trump came back and talked about how much safer he made everybody before a single missile had been decommissioned.
North Korea has continued to upgrade its only known nuclear reactor used to fuel its weapons program, satellite imagery has shown, despite ongoing negotiations with the U.S. and a pledge to denuclearize. Infrastructure improvements at the Yongbyon nuclear plant, nuclear plant are continuing at a rapid pace, according to an analysis by monitoring group 38 North of commercial satellite images taken on 21st of June. The cooling system for the plutonium production reactor has been modified, and at least 2 new non-industrial buildings have been built on the site, possibly for use by visiting officials. A new engineering office building has been completed, and construction has continued on support facilities throughout the complex, according to a blog post written by Frank V. Pabian, Joseph S. Bermudez Jr., and Jack
Look,
Liu.
TJ, one, no deal has been signed yet, TJ. Let me clear it. Look, and if you look to the left here, North Korea scraps anti-imperialism rally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because they needed
ties
They needed
war,
more
TJ.
workers to upgrade their fucking nuclear program. So
Even if they're doing, it's not a nuclear program, Paul, and even if it is one, the program is for energy. Not for weapons.
Yeah, massive releases of energy from a bomb or a fucking warhead.
I don't think so, Paul. Look,
Yeah.
our president has made a great deal.
I don't believe for a second
Our president has made a great deal, TJ.
that Kim Jong Un had his fingers.
Thought you just
crossed
said there
behind
was
his
no
back,
deal.
You know,
He's working on the deal.
Oh, okay.
He's working on the deal, guys.
He's the art of the deal. Got it.
the art of the deal is you don't really make a deal; you just say you're going to make a deal.
The deal is being made as we speak.
So Kim Jong Un's full of shit. He's still doing nukes.
No one's surprise.
Every expert that I read on this said that without some sort of firm commitment from him, this was just going to happen.
Well, there's been like 8 promises like this in the past.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna denuclearize real.
Yep, we're
soon.
doing it, guys.
Real soon, denuclearize. Oh yeah. You smart, President Trump. You smart.
You're such a racist, TJ.
Shit, dude.
Anthony Kennedy retiring from Supreme Court.
This is all the way bad news, dude.
Trumpet.
Omarosa is going to end up on the fucking Supreme Court, dude. He's going to nominate. That's why he fired her, because he wanted her to be free for the Supreme
You
Court
know what?
nomination.
How about we have a Trump affecting our political lives for the rest of our lives? Ivanka, dude.
Oh my God, dude.
Ivanka for the
Roberts will
Supreme
step down
Court.
as Chief Justice Ivanka.
She is a lawyer, isn't she?
I don't know.
I don't think so. But she could be Chief Justice.
Kushner's a lawyer.
Kushner. Put Kushner in there.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe he'll put Hillary in there, you know? Justice Anthony Kennedy, a crucial swing vote on the Supreme Court, announced Wednesday he's retiring at the end of July, giving President Donald Trump another chance to fundamentally reshape the highest court in the land. His departure could have massive effects on U.S. policy, particularly on abortion rights and gay rights nationwide. His announcement immediately raised questions about how long the court would stand by its earlier abortion ruling, including Roe v. Wade. In a statement, the Supreme Court said the 81-year-old Kennedy will step down effective July 31st. The judge called it the greatest honor and privilege to serve our nation in the federal judiciary for 43 years, 30 of those years on the Supreme Court.
Yeah, well, why don't you hang in there for another couple of years?
Well, I mean, I'm sure he realizes who he wants to appoint his successor.
Because it's time for a change, Paul.
I mean, obviously at this point, I mean, he's 81, so he is old, so it's understandable.
He wants Donald Trump to appoint his successor? Why would you ever want that?
Or, I mean, I think that's probably what the writing on the wall is. They want another conservative on the Supreme Court. They'll probably get it.
Speaking to reporters Wednesday, Trump called Kennedy a great justice who has displayed tremendous vision and heart.
Tremendous.
He said a search for his successor will start immediately. The president's first nominee to the court, conservative Justice Neil Gorsuch, has already had an enormous effect on U.S. policy in narrowly decided rulings this week related to Trump's ban on travel from certain countries, abortion, and labor unions. The president said his next choice would come from a previously released list of 25 candidates, possible candidates when Trump chose a replacement for the late arch-conservative Antonin Scalia, included appeals judge Thomas Hardiman and William Pryor, among others. Replacing Kennedy with a conservative could have a massive long-term effect on the U.S. court. His decision to leave will have huge implications for the midterm elections as Democrats and Republicans battle for control of the Senate. The chamber confirms Supreme Court justices. A Supreme Court vacancy could serve to motivate voters, as a young justice would have a chance to serve for decades. Democratic control of the Senate may force Trump to make a more moderate choice for the seat. Well, let's hope that happens, because I mean, like, you could end up with a situation where we're stuck with a conservative Supreme Court for like 30 years.
Dude, I kind of asked you guys this before we started today. Like, let's say this, like, Trump ends up getting taken down for this Russia collusion shit. What do they do with the Supreme Court justices that he appointed?
They wouldn't do shit.
Nothing.
Like, but wouldn't there be some kind of impetus to do something? I mean, if it becomes true that he was colluding with a foreign government, shouldn't the officials that he appointed be called into question as well?
Well, they'd have to.
They'll probably be called into question, but I don't think anything would actually happen.
Yeah, but they would have to prove some sort of link. If you said,
isn't he the link? If he was working with Russia, isn't anything that he touched possible fucking tainted by that?
I mean, I'm no legal scholar, so I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure that nothing would happen and they would stay appointed.
I mean, if you did that, you'd have to basically nullify every appointment Trump made.
I mean, wouldn't that be the prudent thing to do if he was stacking his cabinet and shit with fucking Russian agents?
Then how do you argue then you're saying also the Senate, because the Senate, Trump nominates them, the Senate confirms them, so I don't think they'd be removed from office more than likely. I think that's pretty unlikely, even if Trump was to be impeached.
I don't even know if there's really mechanisms to do it.
I'm just wondering. Like,
the Senate could vote to, I think, impeach them or remove them.
It's a pretty unprecedented thing, if of course the collusion shit is true, to have a president working with a foreign nation and shit.
Well,
it has to call into question all these appointments, right? I mean, it had like.
it would call it into question. I just don't know if anything would actually happen with it.
No, I agree with you. It is definitely a valid point. I'm just not sure.
But I mean, until Trump is actually. Until there's some actual charges laid against Trump, I mean,
which is unlikely to happen.
There hasn't been yet, so.
I mean, it could happen if the Democrats win the midterms, then we could see some shit from Trump. But I mean, I don't know. I think politics for a large part is just bullshit. So.
Woman resigns as CEO of company after backlash from calling police on girls selling water. This woman's been dubbed Permit Patty for threatening to call police on an 8-year-old black girl selling water on the street. She's now stepped down as CEO of her cannabis company. CBS Los Angeles reports the move follows a massive online backlash that resulted in her products getting dropped by marijuana sellers.
Wait a minute, dude. She's a fucking weed executive, and she was so stressed out that she bitched out a fucking 8-year-old girl selling water on the street.
She didn't just bitch her out. She called the cops on her.
Dude, she needed to roll up some of her product and smoke it.
I mean, this woman is. I don't think this woman is actually. I mean, maybe she smokes pot, but I mean, she seems to me like
doesn't
someone
act
who's just
like she
trying
does.
to make money. She's just a business interest. I don't think she.
Maybe she should partake in her stock.
Several Bay Area dispensaries are now refusing to sell products made by Allison Attell's company, Treatwell Health. The San Francisco Chronicle reported Tuesday. It is Miss Attell's belief that Treatwell, its employees, and patients should not have to suffer because of a situation that occurred in an escalated moment. Company spokesman Cynthia Gonzalez is quoted as saying in the paper, at least 3 marijuana dispensaries stated publicly they would stop selling Treatwell products. I forgot to mention that we had pulled Treatwell products line as soon as we saw the video, said the manager of one San Francisco store. We do not support that type of behavior. Treatwell sells pain-easing cannabis-based tinctures in different ratios for humans and pets. I don't think you should be giving that to your dog. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
You can give CBD oil to your dog.
I don't think it's a good idea.
It's actually
dogs don't need that shit.
No, dude. It's actually it actually helps like with older dogs that have hip problems and shit.
Yeah, dude. The dogs have pain, TJ. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
The online. All right. So let's. You guys have seen this video, I'm assuming. No.
I've seen the video.
I've
Yes.
seen the video, but yeah,
All right,
we can watch it real quick.
This woman don't want to let a little girl sell some water. She calling police on an 8-year-old little girl. You can hide all you want. The whole world gonna see you, boo.
Yeah, and illegally selling water without a permit? Yeah.
On my property.
It's not your property.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, wow, what a fucking busybody. I never would have believed that woman is the fucking CEO of a weed company.
Thank goodness this crime fighter is out there watching out for all of us.
A little girl selling water on the street? I don't fucking think so.
Oh shit! Just saw a little girl selling water. Put up the
Not
bitch
on
signal.
my fucking watch.
She cruise through neighborhoods looking for like illegal lemonade stands.
Light up the bitch signal.
No.
Are you kids selling lemonade?
Fat bitch.
Where's your
fat
permit
bitch,
from the city of
fat
San
bitch.
Francisco?
Yeah. So what a moron.
Total busybody.
Who cares, dude? Just a fucking waste of her time. She's a bitch.
Brian Fisher, the Democrats of today are the new Confederate Party.
Wow.
Okay.
Check it out.
Look at what's going on right
I love
now.
this guy.
And
This dude
ask
used to have a
yourself the
way
question,
cooler
if
set. You
this
remember that?
Continues
Yeah.
as it is, where is this going to lead? And Richard Haas says, look, I see the kind of animus, the hostility, the hate, the vitriol in this country. You know, the reinstatement of Jim Crow laws by people on the left. I mean, they are running white.
When did that happen? Reinstatement of
Yeah, I
Jim
must have
Crow
missed
laws?
the
Like,
reinstatement of Jim
I
Crow.
missed that news story, dude.
Oh,
I
you
don't
don't
know.
remember the Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi press conference of the reinstatement of Jim Crow laws?
No, I don't. I missed that one. I guess I missed it.
Yeah, they've been reinstated.
Oh.
But for white people.
Oh.
White women, I mean, it's not only racist, it's misogynistic, running white women out of restaurants and movie theaters. In fact, you could make the case.
So wait a minute, white women are being run out of movie theaters and restaurants?
Oh, you're talking about the...
when did that happen?
You're talking about the conservative woman that was accosted. I think she's like a prosecutor. I forget which. She has some position.
You talking about Sarah Huckabee Sanders?
No. There's something happened in Florida. I think it's like the Attorney General of Florida. She had some position. She's a conservative in Florida, and she went to go to a movie, and people were heckling her.
Well,
and
I mean, that's not because she was a woman, though. That's because she's politically not aligned with whoever was running the theater or whatever the fuck.
Essentially, yeah. Well, I'm not sure if it was the people running the theater. I think it was just like a protest group.
So a bunch of people showed up and like, get the fuck out, blah!
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
The liberals of today are the new Confederacy. They are the new Confederate Party.
They were the old Confederate Party, too.
They're bringing back racism. They are bringing back restriction of lunch counters to people of a particular skin color. They're the new Confederate Party. They have this secessionist instinct against the federal government, do they not?
Because conservatives have never displayed any of those attributes.
I've never
heard a conservative fucking advocate for the secession of a state from the Union.
We will secede.
Nope.
The South will rise again. Oh, Trump in office? Never mind.
California wants to secede from the Union.
So does Texas and a bunch of other fucking southern states. So what?
A secessionist impulse in them, just like the Confederates. So you're going to hear that from me consistently from now on, that the Democrats of today are the new Confederate Party.
Thanks for letting us know what your new talking point is.
So this is going to be a talking point I'm going to be using.
You're going to hear me drilling this into the ground for the next fucking 6 weeks.
Get used to it, because I'm going to be saying this stupid shit a lot in the near future. The new Confederacy. Okay.
I mean, he's taking events that have occurred and just applying such a... I mean, there's no causal link. There's nothing to suggest that.
Well, there's no causal link that doesn't also apply to Republicans.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no. It's just like saying someone protested. I mean, that's one part of what you call the so-called left. I mean, so it's not like every.
It's the radical left.
Yeah, it's not like every liberal out there has all those positions. I mean, anyways, and everything else he said was just spurious nonsense.
Joe Jackson, patriarch of the Jackson family, dead at 89.
That's crazy.
Joe Jackson.
I didn't even know Joe Jackson was still alive.
The father of late pop singer
now.
Michael Jackson. Well, he's not anymore, yeah. And the patriarch of the Jackson family has died, according to a report from TMZ. According to one of his sons, Jermaine Jackson, he had been in failing health. TMZ reported that, according to an unnamed family source, he died at 3:30 a.m. Wednesday in Los Angeles. Variety reported that Michael Jackson's estate confirmed the news. We are deeply saddened by Mr. Jackson's passing and extend our heartfelt condolences to Mrs. Catherine Jackson and the family. Estate co-executors John Bronca and John McClain. Jesus.
Whoa.
John McClain, huh? Said in a
fuck with
statement.
that estate, dude.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. He had developed a warm relationship with Joe over the years, and we will miss him tremendously. So this guy is kind of best known for forcing all of his children to be performers, whether they wanted to or not, and making them rehearse.
Super abusive.
Yeah, he was an abusive fuck. He made him rehearse like hours and hours a day.
I mean, but the end result of it was
Michael Jackson
and the
Janet
Jackson
Jackson,
5.
Jackson
So
5, so
some of the greatest music ever made. So
I mean, I guess there's something to be said for enslaving your children and making them.
It's kind of like.
I mean, Tiger Woods' dad did that to him too.
Sure did.
That happened a lot. Like Mozart, that's just maybe to be great, you have to be enslaved by.
You
got
to have an asshole dad that fucking makes you eat shit, sleep, and breathe something. And then you'll become fucking great. Well, I mean, look, it only worked on a few of the Jackson kids. Quite a few of his kids did not end up.
I mean, the Jackson 5 was huge, right?
Sure.
So that was all the kids.
Michael Jackson.
Michael just ended up being the one, or Michael and Janet.
He had a lot more than 5 kids.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Not all the Jacksons were in the Jackson 5.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like the girls went on to be fucking big too.
Yeah. So, I mean, you could say what you want about him, but maybe he did ensure a future for at least some of his kids. He made one of his kids the fucking biggest
the
pop
king
star
of pop
in the history of fucking ever, so.
Turned out well, too.
Yeah,
Turned out great.
ended real well.
Ended well for him. But yeah, he's dead. Puff, puff, pass. Oklahoma approves medical marijuana.
Dude, awesome.
Voters in Oklahoma have passed State Question 788, which will legalize medical marijuana according to results from the state election board. Soon after polls closed, initial voting totals showed favor for the measure by a consistent margin of about 10 points. Ultimately, 56.8% of voters favored the SQ 788, while 43.2% opposed. Who the fuck are these opposing pieces of shit?
The curmudgeons that are holding society back.
Well, there's even people that are opposed to these measures. They're like, well, I think it's good to, find people smoke weed. Maybe not good, but, like, I just don't want it to be legal. And it's like, what? You don't want it to be legal?
I'm fine with them doing it, but I don't want them. I want them to get in trouble with the law if they get caught.
That's mainly what I've read from, like, sensible people. It's just like, I don't think that if you legalize, it's going to do any good, and I don't think the kids should be able to access it. It's like they're still going to access it.
Despite all of the fucking evidence to the contrary in other states that have legalized the increased tax base.
Yeah, so that's cool.
The lack of the
Congratulations,
Armageddon.
Oklahoma.
Remember all the Armageddon predictions that happened before Colorado did full legalization?
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's going to be fucking car wrecks in the streets, and crime was going to go up, and property crime and sex crime was going to go up. None of that happened.
Conservatives always paint this picture.
This is the
Whenever there's
harbinger,
something, whenever there's something that's prohibited that's about to be made legal, they always. If we do this, then it's going to be the end of society. Like gay marriage, like they act like,
unless you're talking about
people
guns.
are going to be out there marrying their horses.
That's like so funny with them on guns. It's like if we any restriction on gun, they're like the same way. Like, we can't do that because look, guns don't cause all these problems. But with weed, they're like the exact opposite. Oh, weed causes so many problems. But this is just showing you even Oklahoma's a very conservative state. And even they're shifting to saying, hey, people...
Yeah, the dominoes are falling, gentlemen. Like, if
clack.
Oklahoma can pass this, any of these more liberal, left-leaning states that haven't passed it yet are going to follow suit. A lot of the South is going to follow suit. I don't know, man. Donald Trump is making rumblings about he might push to end a federal ban on marijuana, so...
I hope he does.
Yeah, that would be something that I would actually go to bat for Trump about. If he actually would make that happen... That would be huge.
West Virginia man charged after police say he threw chicken feces at the Red Hen. The Red Hen is, of course, the restaurant that kicked Sarah Huckabee Sanders out for her political leanings. Anyway, so this guy here...
Is he wearing an earring?
I think so, maybe. I can't
it's
tell
a
if that's just
USA
hair
shirt, dude.
or if that's an earring or whatever. This is Reginald Scott, 51, of Martinsburg, West Virginia. So a West Virginia man has been charged after police said he threw feces at the Red Hen Tuesday while others were standing outside the restaurant protesting.
Was it his own shit?
No, it was
chicken
chicken
feces.
shit.
It was chicken shit? Okay, cool. Well, that's not too bad.
Protesters were also seen outside the Red Hen in Lexington today holding at Corey Stewart VA signs and a real Donald Trump flag. So a bunch of loser Trump supporters... I mean, really not a bunch. It looks like just a smattering of them.
This place sucks.
Boo, Red Hen.
Hey, I'm kind of getting hungry. You guys want to go in there?
More people have
like,
started
come on.
showing up at the Red Hen, and ABC reports a man was arrested for throwing chicken shit at the restaurant.
Great.
Protesters made their presence known, lining the street and corner and drawing attention to what many of them call an attack on President Donald Trump's administration. The outrage comes days after... Yeah, we already know.
I mean, it clearly was that.
So, yeah, another man held signs that says homos are full of demons. And unless they repent, let God burn them.
Guys, can we please, like Republicans, you need to kick this religious element out. Like this homos are infested with demons is one of the signs. Oh, my God.
You know what the problem with that is, though, Paul? It's evangelicals and a lot of these Christians are a huge voting bloc. So if you just tell them,
I mean, even most evangelicals would probably not approve of that sign, though, because most of them have. I mean, even if they disapprove of the lifestyle, quote unquote, most of them are not going around calling gay people demons. They're just like,
but here's the problem: is that like this is a public thing, so this is a spectacle. So most of them aren't going to say, "Well, do you support homosexuality?" They're going to be like, "Well, no."
Why is that even an issue, though? That
has nothing to do with any of this.
Like, why has he got a sign talking about homos?
But these people show up everywhere, dude. These people show up. Like, if you go to the French
Someone's
Quarter,
paying attention to this. Let's talk about it here.
Like, go to any major city, and there's always these Christians with these bullhorns shouting shit, trying to hand shit out to you. Repent now, the homosexuals, you'll burn a lake of fire. It's like, what are you even talking about?
Both supporters and opponents of Wilkinson's decision said she had every right to dismiss Sanders. However, supporters have applauded the restaurant owner for taking a stand. Opponents who showed up to protest, though, said they don't take this kind of action towards public servants lightly. Yeah, that's what it is. They don't like it when public servants are treated this way. It has nothing to do with party allegiance or anything like that.
Because these people wouldn't have been celebrating if somebody had booted an Obama official out of a fucking restaurant 4 years ago.
No, they'd have been right there protesting just the same, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
You know how they are. Very consistent. Very principled.
The communications director for the Obama administration was booted from the Red Hen.
Good. That's what I say.
I'm going to go eat there, Lynn.
I mean, what happened with Chick-fil-A? Remember that? Remember, like it was like Sarah Palin. It was like a big thing. She's like, "We're eating at Chick-fil-A, don't you know?"
So Sarah Huckabee Sanders
bullshit,
is
she's
having some other shit go on too, because apparently Trump is gonna grade her.
Yeah, this is a weird story.
Trump plans to grade Sarah Sanders on public appearances and views her as weak. Report. President Donald Trump reportedly told his White House press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, that he is going to grade her appearances in public and hasn't thought as highly of her for months. Apart from his plan to grade Sanders' performance in public, Trump has routinely asked individuals in private what their impression is of the press secretary. People close to the president told the New York Times in a report published Monday. Trump has considered Sanders weak since she remained seated at the head table during the White House Correspondents' Dinner in late April when a comedian criticized her instead of walking out of the room.
Okay, this is just retarded.
So Trump thinks she's weak because she can take a joke?
Yeah, that's a sure sign of weakness.
So he thinks that the strong thing to
at the-
do is
look
to
at who
run
they-
away from the room and be like,
Look who
someone made
selected
fun
first
of
for
me.
this position.
Dude, Trump's value system is totally wonky and
He had
backwards.
fucking Sean Spicer, who was so ridiculed, just ridiculed beyond belief, just basically ridiculed out of the job. Like, it was like he couldn't do it anymore because no one took him fucking seriously.
Yep.
And he gets her in there, and I mean, whether you think she's good or not, she's doing better than him. And it's a really fucking tough job. I will say that. Like, whether you agree with her or not, or whether you think she's a piece of shit or not.
It's got to be one of the hardest political jobs in the country.
You have to go fucking basically almost daily defend the shit Donald Trump is doing, which is pretty much impossible. So, I don't envy this bitch at all.
I mean, but it's just like Donald Trump. Who would argue that Sarah Huckabee Sanders is not one of his closest supporters? One of the people that's a true believer, that's willing to go to bat for him. And even that person who he daily sends out in front of the nation to make an ass of herself with his constantly shifting narrative, he shits on her. Like, you cannot suck his dick hard enough.
No.
You can't be a big enough sycophant to Donald Trump. There's no way.
Well, don't you know that about Trump? I mean, that's one thing about someone like Trump. It doesn't matter what the fuck you do. There's no way he's ever going to be 100% pleased with you. Like, you're a sycophant. It's like, oh, well, he'll say whatever. Trump is not a person that's going to be pleased. And if you look how chaotic his thinking is and how he just shifts positions just instantly, and that's why, because like suddenly you're not with him. It's like the only way to really be a true Trump sycophant is to change your mind constantly.
The thing that really, I mean, like, it just blows my mind that he's such a fucking backwards ass pussy that he thinks the tough, respectable thing to do when someone tells a joke at your expense is to stand up and leave the room. Like, no, you're not gonna.
Wow.
That's the respectable thing. Sitting there and
clearly.
taking it. You look weak now. You look weak because you let someone tell a joke about you. What a fucking lunatic. I mean, he's just so backwards. I can't believe this fucker is the leader of our fucking country. The quote-unquote leader of the fucking free world. What a piece of shit. The use of rap music is not allowed in preaching. Catholic Church suspends rapping priest. Which is weird because they don't suspend the raping priest.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Seriously, dude. Like, how can you be this fucking backwards? So a priest that systematically rapes the children in his parish just gets moved to another job, but a priest that had the audacity to rap gets fired.
Yeah. A priest has been suspended by the Catholic Church in Kenya for rapping his sermons.
Oh, my God.
On a typical Sunday at St. Monica Catholic Church in southwest Kenya, Father Agalo would be draped in his usual church vestments for morning mass. Later in the day, he would change into shorts, a long T-shirt, and tie a red bandana around his head, spitting hip-hop rhymes into his mic as he entered his congregation. Now, in all fairness to the Catholic Church, that shit had to be pretty cringy. Because I've never really... I mean, any attempt by Christians to be like, you know, we're cool now, that's always lame. So maybe the Catholic Church is just like...
I mean, if you know what, dude? He was getting the asses in the seats. He was doing what the fucking goddamn church wanted, which was getting people to believe their bullshit.
Probably trying to engage with young people who are deserting the church.
Well, you know,
and
a
record
lot
numbers.
of a lot of Catholic priests try to engage with young people, Paul.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
You know.
Oh, dude, they have a video here, it looks like.
All right. Do I really want to hear this fucker?
I do.
Dude, yeah, fuck yeah.
I want to hear the
what it's
rapping
like.
priest.
The rapping priest, everybody.
At St. Monica Catholic Church, Rapogi Parish, Migori County, is an interesting man, Father Paul Ogalo. He's preaching to his congregation.
Okay, so it's a pretty normal fucking event here.
Peace in our families. Residents attentively following the mass as the priest tackles issues of food security, environment, and drug abuse among the youth.
In my reflection, I said I am to blame because as a young priest, I'm entrusted with duty and responsibility to mold these young people into responsible citizens. So
Wow.
that's where
This dude sounds like a guy you definitely want to get rid of.
This guy's a monster, dude.
Definitely want to dump this dude trying to fucking engage with young people and get them involved in their community and shit, man.
skip to the
What an
rapping
anti-Catholic principle.
Yeah, what a piece of shit.
Yeah, see if
dude.
you can skip ahead and see if we can hear some of the... Oh, there he is.
But immediately the announcements are over, Ogalo takes over, entertaining his congregation with rap music. Everyone here...
It looks
the
like
young-
he's just doing something that these people are
Wow.
going to do, which is they
So-
want to sing and dance.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
it.
the Catholic Church just took one look at this like, fun Catholic Mass? I don't fucking
Yeah.
think so.
Wow.
Hell no.
Not holy enough.
Hell no. This is what the archdiocese, or no, Bishop Philip Agnolo said. Yes, the church has taken disciplinary measure against Father Agalo. The use of rap music is not allowed in preaching. The priest has been given 1 year to break a 1 year break to look into his ways before coming back to the church. All right, so just leave the Catholic Church and go fucking independent, dude.
Yeah, why don't you just become like a Protestant and
Yeah,
keep doing
you're a
your rap?
Protestant now. Fuck the Catholic Church.
Yeah, there's a reason why Protestantism happened.
Father Agalo is free to worship in the church, but cannot lead prayers in his previous capacity as priest. Whatever. Fuck that.
Stupid.
I mean, obviously.
I mean, look, he obviously has a bunch of people eating out of the palm of his hand, and he seems like he's actually delivering a pretty. I mean, I don't know. He could
Yeah.
have a dark side.
Why
Whatever,
doesn't
but
why doesn't he become a Lutheran? They give communion and shit too. Still,
Yeah, that's true.
he's apparently a popular priest who regularly appeared on local TV, did radio interviews.
It's silly, dude.
Was seen as the face of the church in his country. I mean, this is just dumb on the Catholic Church's part. This guy seems like he was doing him a fucking favor.
yeah, it seems
Dude,
like he
was
was doing a
doing
nice
fucking
thing,
solid.
a nice thing for his community, bringing people together, giving them something to do other than fucking crime and poverty, and they suspended him for it. Finger on the pulse, Catholic Church. Finger on the
Why
pulse.
organized religion sucks, especially the Catholic Church.
Turn a blind eye to the sex abuse.
Blown to shreds. Kim Jong Moon has top army officer blasted with 90 bullets for giving his
Damn,
troops extra
90?
rations of food and fuel.
Sounds reasonable.
Kim Jong Un had a top army officer riddled with 90 bullets for giving his troops extra rations of food.
You know why they
food and
do shit
fuel.
like this, though?
The high rank, what?
You know why they just do this? I'm like, shoot him 90 times. I mean, obviously, a couple times in the head kills somebody, right?
Right.
It's just
Well, I mean,
because, like,
one in the head will kill somebody.
look at this fat fuck, dude. If you were this fat fuck, TJ, you know what you would say? Someone pissed you off. Like, let's say I was your court jester or whatever, and, like, you got sick of me. You're like, you know what? Shoot Scotty 90 times.
I
Because
mean,
someone will do it.
It's a show of force.
That's
you
all
know.
it is. It's so fucking extreme. It's like there's gonna be nothing left of you. Because when you shoot somebody 90 times, what's even left of that body?
Just a chunk of meat.
The high-ranking official was publicly executed by 9 military death row convicts who made up the firing squad. Lieutenant General Hyun Ju-song was put to death after being found guilty of charges of abusing authority, profiting the enemy, and engaging in anti-party acts. He was shot at the firing range of the Kangkon Military Academy located in the Sunan district of the capital Pyongyang. Online newspaper NK Daily said his crime had been to redistribute extra supplies to his men at a satellite launching station in April. The high-ranking officer told soldiers to send out the food and fuel as they were no longer tightening their belts to pursue Kim's weapon program. Kim's like, actually, you are, bitch. 90 bullets for you.
Yeah, definitely a dude we want to be fucking. Do we love our strong men here in America?
Yeah, this is a guy that Trump praises regularly, you know? Yeah, he's great. He's nice. I like him. He's a good man. No, he's a piece of shit that will shoot you 90 times in the fucking
He's
face.
a despotic dictator that will just kill anyone that even slightly crosses him.
Responsible for just like
In a trivial
untold
way.
murders of his people.
Yeah. Oh, he gave his troops some extra rations of food and fuel.
Kill him.
Kill him.
Kill him. So, yeah, North Korea.
Seems like a reasonable fucking dude.
They're really turning that corner. Japanese Princess Ayako to marry commoner, renounce royal status. It sounds like a fucking Disney movie.
Yeah.
Japan's Princess Ayako, the youngest daughter of Emperor Akihito's late cousin Prince Takamoto and Princess Hisako, will marry a businessman in October, the Imperial Household Agency announced on Tuesday. Princess Ayako's future husband is Kei Moriya, 32, a worker at Nippon Yusen KK shipping firm. The couple met last December, said the agency. Man, she's really rushing into that shit.
Damn.
A Kyoto news report said Princess Hisako, who was known Moriya's father for 40 years, had introduced Moriya to Princess Ayako in the hopes of cultivating her daughter's interest in international welfare activities. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I just thought it was kind of interesting, renouncing the royal status
You're right,
and all that.
It's very Disney.
That dude must have the magic dick, dude.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
lure a princess
he's
away
got
from the
biggest
royal
dick
status.
in all of Japan, 4 inches, dude.
I mean, I think this is really honestly more of a ceremonial thing at this point, anyways.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not really-
it's, you know, the royal. I mean, it's like
I bet it entitles you to some money and some status in society
I'm
and
sure
shit.
it does.
Like many
But
countries.
you don't think that dude has that shit anyways? She's marrying him.
Yeah, I guess
I'm
so.
sure he's already loaded, dude. Let's be honest.
You know, so you know, like most countries that still maintain any sort of royal family, it's more of a symbolic thing.
Ceremonial, yeah. That's a symbol.
It's like out of tradition.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh snap! Reload.
Oh,
Try again.
snap.
Russia says Canada weed legalization is a breach of international legal obligations.
Yeah, because Russia's always been so concerned about that.
Yeah, you know, Russia.
Murdering journalists.
They're law-abiding, dude. Russia has come out strongly against Canada's decision to legalize recreation. Why don't you worry about your own shit, Russia? Why are you always meddling in everyone else's bullshit, you assholes?
Yeah, isn't Russia the land where crocodile was invented? Like, handle your own goddamn drug problems.
Calling the move a breach of its international legal obligations, the Russian Foreign Ministry said that a number of international conventions to which Canada is signatory require privy nations to restrict the use of cannabis and other drugs to only medical and scientific purposes.
Whoa.
Hold on. This stupid video is playing. Last week, Canada became the second nation in the world and the first member of a wealthy G7 to pass legislation to legalize recreational marijuana. The U.S. neighbor plans to implement the new regulations on October 17th. Uruguay was the first nation to legalize. So I guess Russia's got some kind of, like, what the fuck does Russia give a shit if the citizens of Canada are smoking weed? That has nothing to do with them. Putin
Probably
needs
just
to
worried that more
fucking...
weed's gonna make its way from Canada to Russia.
Well, I hope it does.
It should. They need it.
Dude, that's not what they're worried about. They're worried that people in Canada are going to start smoking weed and get woke on the Russia question, dude.
They're going to be like, whoa,
Yep,
Russia.
weed is going to broaden their minds, and they're going to see the interconnected nature of all the spy bullshit that fucking Russia's been up to, man. Weed is the key to perception's door.
You know what's crazy when you think about this too? I just thought about this. because Canada's done this now. So on October 17th, you'll be able to go technically from Alaska to Mexico, and it's all, if you took a route through California and Oregon and Washington and British Columbia.
It's all legal weed.
Legal weed, dude.
Dude, we could do a legal weed tour.
Hell yeah. Sounds good to me. Start in Alaska, go down to Mexico.
Yep.
Or at least the
Cruise
Mexican
through
border.
Canada, smoke some Canadian bud, then head up to Oregon, Washington, Oregon, fucking Colorado, California. Swing through Colorado. Snag some weed there.
The fucking green wave is growing, guys.
Oh, dude, it's over now.
Fuck the red wave and the blue wave. It's all about the
green
green wave, bitch.
It's over.
Rick Wiles. Oh, I love Rick Wiles so much. God is using a brown invasion to push white people out of America as judgment for abortion.
Oh, shit, dude.
A brown invasion?
Yeah, it's great.
A brown
Our
invasion.
soil is soaked in baby blood.
This shit again. Dude, me and Paul watched this guy the other day. I forget what we were doing
On
for.
Abandoned Hope.
Yeah, it was on Abandoned Hope.
And baby blood.
He was saying that, like, all the dead babies from abortions are all in the sewer and it's all in the drinking water and
Yeah.
shit. You're drinking dead babies.
Cool.
I'm like, what?
What if you have well water, though?
I don't know. He's fucking nuts.
Doesn't really work that way.
Dude, he's like the biggest nutcase I've ever
What
seen.
if you drink Fiji water? Is there Fiji?
Oh, there's all
babies
kinds. There's Fiji
in those-
fetuses,
on
dude.
those untapped aquifers? Yeah.
4,000 babies killed every day. Their guts, their intestines, their brains, their blood flushed down the toilet in the baby butcher shops.
I'm pretty sure they.
I'm pretty sure they don't fucking they don't
Yeah,
flush the baby
they don't
parts
just
down the
smash-
toilet.
They don't like blend the fetus and just dump it in a toilet like. Brr, all right.
Yeah, they're once again Rick Wiles. They're disposed of as hazardous medical waste. It's a biohazard. They're not.
Or give up the stem cells to people and shit, dude.
Yeah, well, they're not. The point is that they're not flushing them down the toilet. Even if they were, they're going through.
Well, I mean, Rick Wiles is totally and utterly full of shit. So.
Yeah.
Goes into the sewer system, carried in the sewer pipes under the city streets, into the sewage system. Our country's soaked in blood.
Yes.
And the soil is crying out for justice.
Yes.
So I've been warning for 20 years, if we don't repent, there'll be another people brought in that will push us off the land. And I've thought all these years, that Chinese, Russians, who's capable of invading us?
Who could it be?
It just hit me.
Right.
It just hit me in the past week. We've already been invaded.
Right.
We're already being pushed off the land.
Yes.
It's already
By
happened.
godless heathens.
The judgment has been underway for years, and we didn't see it.
This is the judgment of God.
God's bringing another people into America and pushing the white
God, these
Europeans
con artists.
off the land. I know.
Oh, they're such. con
Okay,
artists,
so
what a bunch of old
the
scared
reason
white
for
people wanna
all
hear.
the reason for all the immigration to America of these brown people is that's God sending them to push the white people off the land to punish us for
TJ,
abortion.
Do you know what the religious beliefs of the majority of those people coming from those countries are?
I wonder if they're Christians.
They're Christians.
God's
So-
like, the white race has failed me, so Americans for Mexicans now.
A plague of Negroes upon your house.
Be upset with me, but it's the truth.
It makes perfect
it's not.
sense. I mean, it fits the biblical pattern.
No, it doesn't.
And so we have a brown invasion that has come in.
Yes, and they're not killing their kids. Think about this.
They're not. Yeah, they're not murdering.
Wait a minute, isn't this a brown dude?
What are you?
And they're not killing
Who are you?
What are you doing there?
What are you doing here, dude? Oh, they cut to that guy. It's like, go look in a mirror. Look who you're hanging out with.
Oh my
He's
God.
saying there's a problem with you, dude. Come on.
No, he's not. He's saying that God likes them better now. So.
Dude, did he get that guy on just so he could talk this stupid shit and have it
Probably.
legitimized by having an actual brown person there
Of
to
course.
agree with it?
That's how they do it.
This is the
Why
land.
didn't they get Jesse Lee Peterson?
Well, he's the wrong shade of brown, dude. He's not talking about the blacks. He's talking about the Mexicans.
Oh.
Vomiting the people out. And so all these years have been waiting on the Chinese to come and do it, and not realizing God's doing it with Central Americans.
Wow.
Well, that was just as crazy
So
as
God
I've come
passed
to
the
expect.
anti-drug laws and the economic fucking exploitation laws that cause fucking Mexicans to come here.
No, Paul, it's not that sophisticated. God just none of that stuff even has anything to do with it. God just points at the Mexican people. He's like, "Go to America. You are my new chosen people." And they're like, "Oh, cool."
If God allowed it, you know what? It's God's will.
No abortions. No abortions.
It's God's will, TJ, with respect.
The Netherlands just passed a law banning face veils in public buildings. The new law criminalizes Muslim women from wearing full face veils in common public spaces like schools and hospitals. Muslim women in the Netherlands will be banned from wearing face-covering veils in common public spaces like schools, hospitals, or on public transportation, the Dutch government has decided. On Tuesday, the Dutch Upper House of Parliament officially criminalized the act of wearing the burqa, which covers the entire face and body, and the niqab, which covers the face. It's a move that will mainly affect Muslim women living in the country, though the ban does not apply to the hijab. Any person who violates the ban, which includes wearing ski masks and full-face helmets, will be subject to a fine of €405 or about $472. Far-right Dutch politician Geert Wilders advocated strongly for the new law, and Dutch Senator Marjolein Faber, called Tuesday a historic day because this is the first step to de-Islamize the Netherlands. But others had more critical comments. It's completely disproportionate and the only effect will be that many of these women will stay at home even more.
I mean, this just seems like
whatever.
a bass-ackwards fucking way to go about this. Because, like, the women that are wearing this shit, most of them are forced to wear that shit under threat of violence. So it's like, why are you punishing them? Why level a fine at the women? Why not outlaw the practice in general? Like, I just don't like disproportionate measures when it comes to making inroads into kicking religion out of your fucking country. If you're gonna fucking outlaw it, just outlaw it. Close down the mosques.
So you're just saying go all the way and be like, fuck it.
Yeah, we'll close down the
Fuck
churches
Islam,
too.
No religion. Religion's banned.
I mean,
just do it with all the religions, dude. I agree with you.
Like,
Shut them all down.
quit with this disproportionate nonsense. Ban this, ban that. Fuck that. Just admit that religion is the cancer rotting your society and ban it. Let people pray in their fucking closets like it says in the goddamn Bible.
I don't know if it says that in the Quran, though. In fact, I'm
whatever.
sure it doesn't.
They share some cross-pollination.
Everyone keep your religion to your fucking self.
Yeah.
That's the new law.
Pretty much. What's wrong with that?
Want to believe this stupid shit?
Yeah,
Kneel
why-
by your fucking bed. Talk to your kids about it at home. Open up the Bible. Have church service every Sunday morning after breakfast. I don't give a fuck what you do. Just keep it out of my streets.
31% think U.S. civil war likely soon.
Based on what?
Most voters fear that political violence is coming from opponents of the president's policies, just as they did in the second year of Barack Obama's presidency, and nearly 1 in 3 think a civil war is next.
So this is just that. It's probably like it just goes back and forth from one foot to the next. So when there's a strong liberal president, the Republicans are all like, "Man, there's a civil war coming, man." Then when there's a fucking Republican president, the Democrats are like, "Man, there's gonna be a civil war."
31% of likely U.S. voters say it's likely that the United States will experience a second civil war sometime in the next 5 years, with 11% who say it's very likely. A new Rasmussen report reports national telephone and online survey finds that 59% consider a second civil war unlikely, but that includes only 29% who say it's not at all likely. Democrats, 37%, are more fearful than Republicans, 32%, that voters not affiliated with either major party, 26%, that a second civil war is at hand.
So let me ask you a question, TJ.
Yes.
If the conservatives and liberals fight, who do you want to win? Let's say it does happen.
I just hope they all kill each other.
But let's say you have to. Who would you?
I mean, I
what
guess
side's gonna win. Let's be honest.
I mean, what side is gonna win?
What side's gonna win?
I mean, in a civil war, I mean, you got to give an edge to the conservatives because they got all the guns.
That's what I would think.
But
too.
you know, then again,
But
the
maybe
liberals
they can
have
be
the black vote. You know, so maybe the black people are gonna fucking come out with their guns.
Well, there's a lot more intellectual liberals, though. So maybe they can outthink them. Even if they have superior like military strength, they'll outthink them.
Yeah, strategy.
Strategize. And
Well, I
win.
mean, like a lot of military minds are not really prone towards liberalism, so I don't know about that.
That's just untrue, TJ. There have been plenty of military people that have identified as liberal.
I was watching the PBS Vietnam Ken Burns thing yesterday, and I was kind of watching the war tactics of Ho Chi Minh and the fucking communists and shit, and the guerrilla warfare strategies that they developed to fight a superior force.
Right.
So I don't know. Those guys they were beyond liberal. They were fucking commies. So
they managed to fight us to a stalemate. So.
Yeah, and not only us, but the French for years, and all kinds of different imperialists.
Any land that a foreign force seeks
British
to occupy will always be up against the fact that unless they kill everyone that's hostile to them, there's always a next generation to fight them.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think a civil war is likely, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't really feel those rumblings.
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe my finger's not on the pulse that these people are feeling. I don't know. I wonder what geographic regions the people who think it's likely are saying. I mean, I'm wondering if maybe it's certain places that people they think it's likely, or I don't know. I just want to know what the logic is for these people. That's the thing that's missing from this.
I've read kind of sociological and political theories that's like every 50 years or so there's some huge events that occur. So it's definitely possible that we'll have some more calamity in this country. I mean, I think we've already seen
I think Trump is that 50-year event.
Well, I just mean the fact that we're now having a lot of mass shootings, or we're having protests where people are being killed or dying, so that's becoming more commonplace. I mean, it's definitely possible that we could have greater civil unrest.
I just don't know greater civil unrest, sure, but I just don't view it as what's going to be the issue for the Civil War? What's going to be the thing that divides? Okay, we want this, let's fight.
It's going to be a fucking SJW war, dude. It's
Yeah,
going to be you're not going to gender me right. I'm going to fucking blow up your goddamn fucking your church or something, dude.
All right. I mean, I don't know. At least we'll be living in a more interesting country at that point. Final story of the day. 28-year-old Democratic socialist just ousted a powerful 10-term congressman in New York.
Cool.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Ocasio? How would you say that, Paul? You're
Ocasio.
Ocasio.
Okay.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a 28-year-old Latina running her first campaign, ousted 10-term incumbent Rep. Joe Crowley in New York's 14th congressional district on Tuesday. CNN projects in the most shocking upset of a rollicking political season. An activist and a member of the Democratic Socialists of America, Ocasio-Cortez won over voters in the minority-majority district with a ruthlessly efficient grassroots bid, even as Crowley, the fourth-ranking Democrat in the House, outraised her by a 10-1 margin. This was the first time in 14 years a member of his own party has attempted to unseat Crowley. Well, she didn't attempt it, she fucking did it. Who chairs the Queens County Democrats. His defeat marks a potential sea change in the broader sphere of liberal politics, a result with implications for Democrats nationwide that would recall as optimistic progressives routinely noted during the campaign former GOP Majority Leader Eric Cantor's loss to the insurgent Tea Party-backed Dave Bratt, or probably Brat, in June 2014.
I mean, this really is not super surprising. I mean, the Democratic Party has definitely had a shift where they definitely want more minority people to be in they're basically the party.
I mean, it's pretty crazy that she was able to beat someone who out-fundraised her 10-1.
But if you look at cities like San Francisco, a lot of cities are electing what you would say POCs. So I think that's a big part of it too. And not only that, there's also a huge movement in the Democratic Party away from corporate money and these interest groups. So I think it's like a double
Well,
whammy.
that to me could only be a good thing.
I mean, it's a double whammy.
Fuck
I mean,
corporate money.
I don't know what any of her political positions are, but you know what? This guy's been
You
here
could
long
probably,
enough.
Well,
you could
she's
probably
a-
venture a guess based
she's a
on
Dem
the fact that
socialist.
she's a Democratic
Yeah.
socialist.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, I
she
think
probably supports Medicare
I
for
think
all or
it's fucking.
something
I think it's
similar.
good that we don't. You know what? A 10-term congressman does need to be challenged, and it's congratulations to her for winning and fucking unseating this guy who
So
was clearly.
he was basically the fifth most powerful Democrat.
Well, he'd been there for
in
20
the
years.
Congress, you know.
20
so.
fucking years. I mean, most of her life, he'd been the person representing that district.
Yep.
Yeah. So, cool. Good on her.
Yep.
All right, so that concludes our show for the day. Be sure to become a patron. Check out our commentary on Garbage Pail Kids, all that stuff.
I don't know why you'd want to, because that's a terrible movie.
Oh,
but-
you have no clue.
You just want to watch. Don't even look at the movie. Just look at me and Paul as we break.
As much as TJ and Paul like to talk, I mean, TJ and Paul admitted to me they're like.
But we got defeated. Towards the end of that movie, we had nothing to say. We were just like,
this movie actually wasn't it pulled from theaters like after like a week? Or
I don't
something?
know. It should have been
It-
pulled.
it
from
should
reality.
never have been
believe it
put
was.
in
I believe
theaters.
it was pulled like really.
It should
quick
never
from
have even
theaters.
existed in reality.
one of the
so.
worst movies I've ever seen.
It is garbage. Go watch it if you're a patron.
So
or
yeah, if you're not a
become
patron,
one.
become a patron and you can watch it. We got all kinds of cool stuff for our patrons, and you can read all about it on our Patreon page. And once again, check us out. First live show at the Mint in Los Angeles, July 21st. Check that shit out. All the relevant links are down below. Also, all our social media and stuff like that. It's right there in Paul's crotch. Check it out. See you motherfuckers later. Thanks for watching.